Good morning. Welcome to Preparing for Algebra. My name is Susan Everingham. I've written this book for students that struggle with mathematics, either just from not having the basics to true math anxiety. You'll find this an easy book to follow, and parents will find it an easy book to follow as well. So let's just get started. Chapter 1, we're starting with the basics. Page 1. Now, if you don't get 100% on each of the pages, dog-ear the pages. That's what the little dog is. This all starts out looking very simple, but we build up very quickly here. The rule here is words of math, and then we're going to incorporate those into everything from, like on page 1, addition, adding pennies, to finding variables and answering linear equations. So let's go on to page 2. Page 2, we're going to start with simple adding with words of math. This is just to get us into the problem-solving stages of this book, and we start out right away. The bubbles are to help with hints and tips and tricks and support for cognitive learning for the students that are using this book. So let's get on with it. So 6 plus 8, changing out the plus sign for a plus, or combined with, or added to, or more than. Go ahead and do these simple addition problems, and we'll see you on page 3. Right, page 3. We're already solving for x with addition. This is great. So, but it's the procedure that you want to follow. To get rid of a number on one side of the equation, you need to do the exact same thing on the other side of the equation to keep them balanced. So we know 1 plus 1 is 2, but the process of taking away 1 on one side and taking away 1 on the other side is the process that we need to learn. So please do that exactly like the example for the next 3 problems. We'll see you on page 4. Page 4 is an expanded explanation of balancing an equation. Very simply, x plus 2 equals 9. The x equals 7 because 7 plus 2 equals 9. I want you to solve using this expanded explanation so that it sinks in. And we'll see you on page 5. Page 5, continuation from the previous page. We're going to change v plus 18 to just v, isolated. So negative or minus 18 is subtracted from both sides of the equation, as you can see, leaving v as 29. It's the process again that I want you to focus on. So the very first problem here to solve, d plus 12 equals 48, I want you to take away 12 from both sides of the equation, leaving you with the answer d. Okay, good luck. Page 6 is simple subtraction. You can see that we're using pennies. We're taking away 3 from the 8. And it's the problem at the bottom of the page that you want to read aloud and write the equation. Is it 3 minus 8, or is it 8 minus 3, the way the equation is written? Go ahead and answer the question, and we'll see you on page 7. Page 7. We are subtracting, still using words of math, switching out our signs for your words of math. Yeah, the bottom question, 14 minus 8 equals 8 minus 14. Think about why that works or why that doesn't work and write it down. We'll see you on page 8. Step process on page 8, we're going to solve for x with subtraction, whereas we did with addition before that. To solve this equation, we add the number to both sides. When it comes to addition, we subtract. When it comes to subtraction, we add, so that we can get to 0, or get to the unknown as an isolated variable. So in the example, t minus 3 equals 15. So t minus 3 plus 3 equals 15 plus 3. T equals 18. You can see how minus 3 plus 3 becomes a 0, and then t is isolated. Please use the exact same procedure to solve the following equations. All right, and you can read the bubble here too, which would part of the introduction. All right, Page 9, we've got a review, and we're going to solve for the variable x or y, and we're going to, if in the case of addition, remember, we're going to subtract 15. And in the case of subtraction, like the third problem, we're going to add. So go ahead and finish page 9 and keep the equations balanced, and we'll see you on page 10. Now page 10 is a simple introduction to vertical addition and subtraction with double digits, and then we're also going to do triple digits. Adding is carrying and subtracting is borrowing. So the practice example 45 plus 26, and just like in the example next to it, you're going to carry the number 11. You're going to carry the 10 of that 11. Bring down the 1 and carry a 1. And then add up the 10 spot for the practice example. Now the subtraction is borrowing. So we've got in our practice example 35 minus 29. So we can't go 5 minus 9, so we're going to take a 10 from the 3, making that a 2, and making that 5 now 15, because we have 5 plus that 10 we just borrowed. And with that, then we have 6. We have the answer 6. So good luck with that, and we'll see you on the next continuation of addition, two-digit addition. So there's two problems that are written differently, and I'd like you to see those. I'll let you think about that. And the bottom question is, can you explain to me or explain to your tutor why they're different and why maybe I'd written them that way? Okay? The answers are in the back of the book, so be sure to check your answers, and we'll see you on page 12. Page 12. Now, page 12 is multiple digit adding and carrying, and it's got 4 steps. We've got ones, place, tens, hundreds, and thousands. And as we go through the example problem, you're going to be carrying the tens and the hundreds and the thousands, and then adding it all up and getting your answer. I want you to go ahead and go through the example and then answer the next 4 questions, and there's to rewrite and read out loud the word problem at the bottom. Okay, we'll see you on page 13. Page 13, instead of addition, and we're going to do subtraction and borrowing of 3 and 4 digit subtraction problems. And the same like the last page, I want you to write out a problem and then solve it. Okay, write it as an equation and solve. So stay neat, stay tidy, and we'll see you on the next page. We're on page 14, and now we're getting into actual word problems, which is really great. So again, I do not do any tricks in this book. You're not going to get confused where you are. Is this subtraction or addition? It's going to be very clear, so you just can get some really solid practice in. So in the first example, I'll read it. John's mother worked 20 hours one week and 15 hours the next. How many hours in total did she work during those 2 weeks? It's pretty simple. In total is the key word here for addition. So she worked 20 plus the 15, giving you 35 hours for that week worth of work. Now good luck. Do the next 3, and just know that there's no tricks here. You can do this.